Yo, hopefully this works now. Third time's a charm. Yeah. What's up, peeps? Good morning. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening, dude. I don't. YouTube needs to get their shit together. I cannot stream on YouTube. Like, you can't. I'm on StreamYard now. I had to set up a StreamYard for this. It's like if you just go right from the YouTube app and you like go live. It's like goes live, then it's like buffering. But what? And don't tell me it's because I don't have internet, because I clearly, or like I can clearly get on. It's like you just can't do it on the YouTube app. It's gay. You need to do something about that. But anyway, guys, good morning, everyone. For happy first day of school. It's the first day of school. Um, Early for the first day of school, August 26th. On the first day of third and fifth grade. This is actually the last year I'll be getting them both on the bus together, because she'll be in middle school next year. So, big day, big day. But yeah, I feel like it's been a while. That was like a long summer vacation. And if you're new here, guys, I do this every morning. Ever since I got jacked up by the popo on October 11th, 2023, just in case I get arrested again, I want to have it like streamed. You know, like usually it works, but there was a truck there today, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, whenever there's a truck right behind the bus, I'm like, what's going on? Who's that truck? Who's gonna pop out? Is Tully in there? Who's in there? Which one of you corrupt scumbags is in there? So, anyway, that's why I do this. But it's kind of turned to a tradition where I come on and get the day started this way. Um, and yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So this is actually the first time I've done a bus stop live since Karen Reed has been exonerated. Like I don't know when the last day of school was, but I mean, I was there every morning for like the last couple weeks of June. So like I definitely missed a lot of bus stop lives because I was like there every day getting ready for the big event. And now we don't have it anymore, but I still got my charges, and they're still out there. These douchebags are still out there. We used to do this on Facebook Live, but you know, YouTube, Facebook doesn't pay too. They have no monetization on Facebook. I don't know about Facebook. I'm about to crack. We passed 90,000 subscribers on Facebook too, our followers, and people don't know how hard that is. Like I passed 100,000 Facebook followers in 2017. That was my first platform to break 100K. 2017, and then on November 28th, 2017, we lost that page because Didi Delgado and her fucking minions, look her up on TurtleBoySports.com, just mass reported the page. And there's a guy, Kevin Lynch, that used to just mass report the page. He told me he would do it hundreds of times a day, 2 to 3 hours a day. He would just spend there reporting pages. So like that was my big thing. I used to make money off Facebook. I used to publish articles on TurtleBoySports.com, and then I would make ad revenue based on how many people would go there. And so I would publish articles, and then I would share them on Facebook, and a lot of people would read them because I had such a big Facebook following. So I'm like dependent on Facebook to make a living. And then Facebook just takes it away from me one day. You're like, where'd my page go? That had 112,000 followers. Like 2017, I blew up around here. Like I got a bunch of people writing for me. This is pre-crusty. Had a bunch of people writing for me. Times were good. Things are looking up. And then boom, they take it away from you. And then boom, they took my Twitter account away too. And then I couldn't even make a Twitter account for years. I think I made the Dr. Turtleboy account like 2021, maybe 2022. I couldn't even make a Twitter account. And then with Facebook, I would make like 1 million new accounts all the time. And they would always get shut down. I never got, I think the most I got up to was like 30,000, but they would just take it away. But yeah, they apparently stopped taking our page away. So I'm back up to 100. No, we're back at the 90, almost 91,000 now. So we're getting close to 100 there. And then on Instagram too, like we've built up big Instagrams, taken away TikToks. I've been deplatformed so many times and had so much shit taken away for us. So like when these losers out there try to like cancel me, these Joel Waldmans of the world, oh, we're gonna go on there, we're gonna get you canceled. Okay, sure you are, pal. Sure, join the list. I mean, nobody's tried to cancel me more than the Massachusetts State Police. This is like the ultimate cancel culture. That's all this is. Just an attempt to silence my journalism, silence my activism, silence my voice, shut me up. I don't think it's worked. If I'm being perfectly frank with you, I don't think it's really caught the way they hoped it would. I mean, it did the job. Like, they put me on bail, they put me on ice, makes me a little uneasy about things I do. I haven't gone up to any of the McAlberts since then. I've never confronted one of these people since then. So they got their wish, right? They got their wish. They limited my First Amendment rights. Limited. I basically gave them up because out of fear of going to jail. So they win that one. Okay, you guys win. Congratulations. Yep. If you send men with guns to my house to arrest me, you will definitely affect what I have to say about shit. But calm down. Okay. All right. Anyway, so yeah, check it out. I went on questions from the crowd at your event is a bad idea. Enough with people's stupid questions. I mean, yeah, I agree. Weeding out the stupid questions is whatever, but I don't know. I want to interact with the crowd during the Wilbur show. Like, I thought about this. I would say check out JFK show last night. I don't know if it's a continuation of the Horror Tour, but I went on the JFK program last night, 39,000 feet, and with Kevy Kev, and he did his little opening dance there. It was cool, and it was good. Like, they're good. They asked good questions, man. They asked. It was this conversation was comfortable, but JFK asks really good questions. Like, really, I like that. Like, when you get on there and it's just not forced at all. Like, every question was interesting that people haven't asked before. And that dude, the stuff he asks about the case, about like Julie Albert last night, he was asking me about, and it's like, I never thought of that. Like, he asks questions where you're like, oh wow, I never thought of that. Like, they have analyzed the fuck out of that, obviously, the waterfall video, and they've gotten a lot of coverage on that. And I mean, the waterfall video is something I didn't really think about that much, but when you look at it, it's like that's the last time John is seen alive, and all of the McAlberts are there, and Karen Reed. Like, that should definitely be analyzed more thoroughly, so he's had a lot of interesting conversations there last night. Like, he's like, why didn't Karen think? And one of the questions he asked was, why didn't Karen think that that Higgins did it? Because remember when she was arrested the second time, and she goes, Brian and Colin Albert smashes his head in, but they don't mention, she doesn't say Higgins did it. And it's like, you know what? I never thought of that. That's interesting that she doesn't say, why wasn't Higgins done in the first hit? And then the more I talked about it, I'm like, actually, okay, I think it makes sense because I'm like, have you read the messages with Higgins? Like, clearly she thought he was a homosexual. Like, that's the only other way around that. And she's like, he wouldn't, gay people aren't going to kill like that. That's the way she must have looked at that. Like, he's gay, he couldn't have done it. But like, Brian Albert did it because Brian Albert's the only one we know was 1,000% in on it, because the dog left the calling card. Like, the dog would get involved only if Brian Albert got involved. That dog is not going to defend Brian Higgins or Colin Albert. That dog doesn't know them. The dog knows Brian Albert. The dog is going to defend Brian Albert, period. So that's how you know Brian Albert had to be involved in it. But I'm sure, Higgins is in it because Higgins was on the cleanup. Like, Higgins is like, he wouldn't take that responsibility on unless he was involved in it, right? And Colin Albert had to be involved just because his mom offered a freaking gift, and I was saying this last night, like, it's like, it was like a tip. Like, who offers a gift to a public servant? Like, so it's not, so John O'Keefe is killed, who Julie Albert knew. She used to be neighbors with him. Not best friends. Sure, she was somewhat friendly with them, even though they have somewhat of an antagonistic history. Right? But like, he dies, and you're like, I'm going to give the lead detective a gift? Why? Why would you? You know what I mean? My former neighbor was killed, and I'm going to give a gift to the detective. Why would you do that? Plus, we pay taxes well, the Albert family doesn't, but Chris does. But most families pay taxes, and that money would go towards Michael Proctor's salary, right? So you're already paying a salary. So why would you get him gift? Like what? It's just a tip. Like that's the way it's like a tip. Like she was tipping the waiter for like excellent service. But it's like, what was the excellent service? Oh, right. You didn't question Colin. Like that's another reason Colin's involved, because Julie Albert sent that fucking text message saying, I'd like to get a gift for the Proctors. Had to be. So she knew, and they hid Colin's involvement too initially. Like she didn't find out until Steve Scanlon. So she knew it was Brian and Colin Albert. She knew it. I don't think she thought Higgins had it in him. I think that's why. So that was a good question by JFK. It was a really good question, and one that I hadn't thought of. And I really enjoyed going on their program last night. So it was kind of impromptu. I didn't even cam up. But yeah. Anyway, guys. So Krusty loves to do that. Am I going to court today? No, but I am going to watch the stream of it. Like I said, first day of school, man. You got to get them on the bus first day of school. And you can watch from home. Yeah, we got the Proctor stream, and then we got Donna Adelson. Charlie Boy has to be going today, right? Like Charlie Adelson has to be going. We haven't seen Jeff Lacoste. We saw yesterday Rob Adelson. I did not know that one was coming. That was devastating testimony. And think about it. Donna Adelson has not seen her family members. Like she has not talked to Wendy Adelson since she was arrested in November of 23. She hasn't talked to Charlie Adelson because he can't call her because he's in jail. And she hasn't seen Rob Adelson in years because he's estranged. So she hasn't seen Charlie yet in this trial, but she just saw yesterday for the first time 2 of her kids, her first and third kid. And hasn't seen that. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. Like, you have not seen, what a family. What a fucking family. No wonder people are fascinated by the case. It's not the same. I was listening to Melanie yesterday, and she took some shit because she was saying Georgia Kappelman, she wasn't that impressed by her. And I'm not either. It's like I am sometimes, but like there's no flavor. There's no, and they didn't really press him. Like Alan Jackson would have pressed Wendy Adelson. They did not grill her at all. Like she would have, like when she asked her, have you reviewed your testimony from the last, have you reviewed your police interrogation? And she's like, oh, I read it. You haven't watched the video of it? No. Alan Jackson wouldn't have accepted that answer. Like, you're telling me that you never watched your video of your interrogation? The interrogation that, I mean, you were the first person to mention Charlie Adelson. That Charlie Adelson had a reason to do this. You gave him to us on a silver platter. And then you volunteered this thing about the TV repairman being cheaper than a hitman, or vice versa. Like, you volunteered that. That was our first clue. You're stuck to that story now. You didn't have to tell us that, but you did tell us that. And you didn't watch that video. Give me a break, But yeah, she's a fucking. If she's lying, she's one of the greatest liars I've ever seen. I mean, it's just, they got nothing on her. Like, they got no wire on her. Like, they got wire on Charlie and Donald until Kingdom Come. Like, they got all over the wire, those two. They got nothing on Wendy. They got no calls or nothing. They got her phone, like they got nothing on her. She has to be involved, but they got nothing on her. Like, that's just crazy. Like, how could she not know? And the fact that the basis of this whole hatred for Dan Markel is he liked his kids too much. Like, that seems to be why they killed him. Like, oh, he's such a fucking asshole. He wants time with his kids. He doesn't want his kids to move hundreds of miles away. Oh, what a fucking asshole. What a piece of shit he is, huh? Well, who does that? Like, imagine that's his biggest crime. You kidding me? Nuts. So don't feel bad for Donna Adelson with her whole, not that anybody does, with her whole, like, I'm just a normal grandma thing over here. Bitch, you killed someone. And you got many years with your grandkids that you probably shouldn't have gotten. So, you're going to die in jail. And, you deserve it. You deserve it. So Wendy isn't that smart. How can you say Wendy's not that smart? Wendy's fucking so smart. Like, you could say a lot of things about her, but like, if she is actually involved in this murder, which I don't see how she's fucking not, right? And she has gotten away with it if she's actually involved. And I don't see her ever being arrested because they have no wire on her. That's how they got Donna and Charlie. They got them on the fucking wire. They have a money trail with them. You know what I mean? Like, they have Katie McDonough, that's what we're gonna call her. Katie McDonough has testified that Charlie did it. You know, like nobody's testifying that Wendy did this. Nobody. So they got nothing on it. Even though everyone's like, bro, you benefited directly from this and you changed their fucking last names. Who does that? Who does that? Like, she comes across as like fucking, like, her behavior since Danny has died has been completely consistent with a killer. Like, afterwards. Like, that's what, like, the Menendez brothers fuck going out buying shit. Like, she's just immediately fucking forgetting he ever existed. You know, didn't go to the fucking funeral. That's what we found out yesterday too. But anyway, Georgia Kappelman just didn't roast her. You know, didn't get everything out of her, I thought. And so I'm with Melanie on that one. I'm not that impressed. I find the trial boring. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, heavy hitters went yesterday, and even the views. It's like the streams get a fraction of what Karen Reed's trial got. Now I know this is a rerun because we've done this before with Charlie and Katie McDonough and Sigfredo Garcia. So we've done this before. But anyway, so maybe that's why. But either way, all right. What are people saying? Starts in 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna go start watching it. I'm not gonna live stream it because I like to actually, like, you know, do some work and stuff. This whole thing, yeah. Anyway, it's hard for me to read the comments on here too. It must be a Florida, whatever. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. Auntie Deb is freeing Donna. I know he's down there. He texted me today finally. I didn't hear back from him all day. A lot of people thought, is he the dude in the dress? No, that's another Mrs. Doubtfire motherfucker with those blue glasses. Those are crazy. But anyway, yeah, I guess he's down there. Hopefully he gets in the court today. That'd be wild. But anyway, guys, I am going to end it. I got a lot of watch streaming to do today. Stay tuned. Live show tonight should be interesting. So smash that subscribe button. Get us over 164. Whose dick do I have to suck around here to get it for 164,000 subscribers? All right. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace to you, bum grease turtle riders.
It calls for data including